Do you know what's worse than a toxic leader or non-commissioned officer in the military? It is a toxic non-commissioned officer from the U.S. Army that is now a Department of Defense DoD employee, which now flexes on privates that are brand new to the Army. What is happening? Bro vets are attacking once again. We are totally assuming some of this, but you can piece together, watch the video. I promise you guys, it's known that these people will serve, get out, work for the DoD once again, and then flex on everybody. But watch this first TikTok where this has gone viral with millions of views.
No, I'm not gonna leave you alone. No, Private, listen. No, Private, no, you will show some goddamn respect.
So let's piece together this first little bit. The tattoos looks like a bad piece of artwork that he got done right outside of base. Has some kind of soldier on it. Who knows? He's got the famous sunglasses on, which every veteran somehow has. He's already balding, so he can't do the slick comb over or whatever. But he's got the veteran beard, and you know, the only thing that really throws us off is scrubs. We'll give him a second chance and say he's probably a nurse now. Maybe a 68 whiskey that got out, whatever it is. But nothing says you're going to get respected just like yelling to somebody that they will respect you. Army leadership training at its finest. Maybe this is why this guy got out. To be fair, before the comments are dying to say this, yes, we don't know what happened before this. We don't have a true character statement from this guy that's in the video yelling. And there is some backstory, but it's one-sided from the side of a bystander that was at this incident, which tells us this.
So I'm going to let y'all on to a little story time before I post the part 2, right? So the guy in the uniform, he was going outside for chow. He was going outside for chow, right? He was going outside for chow, and he ain't have no OCP jacket on, so DoD civilian told him, go put a jacket on. No biggie. He went in, go put it on, came back out. He came back out, and me and him started having a conversation. Me and the dude in the uniform, we started having a conversation. And then somehow the DoD civilian thought we was talking about him. Don't know how that came up. Thought we was talking about him. And that's when he came and confronted the dude in the uniform. And things just went left from there. The DoD civilian was asking for respect, some shit like that. And the guy in the uniform, I guess, didn't think he was getting no respect. So you know how that go. I mean, it's quarantine, COVID. He's all in his face with no mask on, in his bubble. Won't let him go up or down the stairs. In my opinion, I wouldn't show that DoD civilian no respect either. I'm just being honest, but yeah, that's basically what happened.
So this guy's in scrubs, a medical professional. We have to assume that because I doubt anyone else wears scrubs that's not a medical professional. Is not wearing a mask. On top of that, in this kid's face, not social distancing like he should. That is one big no-no. Second off, you have to say, where is the non-commissioned officer that is in charge of this soldier right here? Yes, this guy probably had a hard-on to chew another soldier out since he reminisced his last moments of the Army and getting that DD-214 and any opportunity to smoke check somebody. But that is not your day anymore. It is not your job anymore. It is not whatever it is. If anything, when I'm a civilian, I'd be like, thank God I am no longer babysitting. As much as it's a privilege to lead, it's not your job. Now, granted, yes, this guy should be wearing his outer blouse, garment, whatever you want to call it for the Army. You know, we say blouse in the military as far as Navy and Marine Corps. It still doesn't warrant somebody getting in someone's face to this degree. And there are more videos that have come out after this as a part 2 and part 3 of this series.
Or what? Or what? What the f*** are you gonna do, Private? What the f*** are you gonna do?
Well, let's be fair here. He's not going to do a damn thing, and that's because he's a private. He knows damn well he has way more to lose than you that's already a veteran, got your benefits, everything else, and has a DoD government service job most likely, where it's not impossible to fire you, but very hard. And I would say even this, I would question if this would lead you to some kind of administrative action, but here is part 3 that goes a little bit deeper.
What are you going to do, Private? Or what, Private?
You can see, he says, can you please get out of my face? Can you please get out of my bubble. So he is actively trying to, I would say, run. It doesn't look like he's got a space to really run away or, kind of escape this type of, I guess, harassment from this guy. But I will say that from this, if you do contextualize the back side of the film here that is being posted, or the footage here I should say, it does look like there might be a dining situation that's happening. I'm not really understanding this, but I can tell you this is not boot camp. He's not a drill sergeant. This is not his place. But this is not the only attention that has been garnered from this video and this TikTok that has gone viral. It does look like there are several Army members or leadership that are out there that are actively speaking out against some of these videos that have occurred and have disowned some of the remarks or comments made by this DoD civilian and kind of stood up for this soldier.
Okay, so somebody's gonna come in this and say, well, what happened before? What happened before? Shut up. Here's the thing that you guys forget. It doesn't matter what happened before. If a person is trying to leave a scene and you continue to pursue them, you are now the aggressor. That soldier was trying to get out of the way, and that DoD civilian decided he wanted to continue to be in that soldier's face. So, one, where was that soldier's leadership? Where was that soldier's leadership? I be God if anybody talks to my soldier sideways, let alone talk to my soldier without me present. And then some of y'all people are going to say, well, that's the reason, that's an issue right there. Well, no, it's not. I'm a damn good NCO, and I am accountable to my soldiers, okay? And if nobody's looking out for them, I am. Which means that if you need something from my soldiers, guess who you're going through? Me. And if you need to talk to my soldiers, guess who you're going to talk to? Me. I will be present, okay? Now, two, this reminds me a lot of the situation. This reminds me a whole lot of that same situation in South Carolina with that drill sergeant that got up in that boy's face. Again, everybody want to say, well, we don't know what happened before. We don't know what happened before. Again, nobody cares what happened before. If the person is trying to leave the scene and you continue to block him, that means you are now the aggressor. And what happened to that sergeant at Fort Jackson? I'll wait. That DoD civilian needs to be fired, or he needs to be reprimanded. And here's my issue with DoD civilians too. So if a couple of y'all come up in this being DoD civilians, you can catch this smoke too. A couple DoD civilians are prior service. So they feel like because they're prior service, they're still owed that respect that's due because of that rank they used to have. Nah, choke yourself twice. Here's the thing. Thank you for your service, but you're no longer in there. You also understand chain of command. You had to go through that. So again, why would you part your lips to talk to a soldier? And this kid had to be no older than 18, 19, 20. You are a grown-ass man talking to a soldier, to a private that's trying to leave, and you're blocking him. Whoo! I'm angry. I'm angry. I wish I was there. I wish somebody would get into my soldiers' faces like that. Boy, bye.
She makes a very valid point here where the people that should be there to not only defend but also hold accountability is the chain of command. Also, on top of that, I do appreciate Staff Sergeant Simmons trying to catch hands with some DoD civilians out there as she knows she's going to be come after, but this TikTok alone got almost 80,000 views. Now, there is also a first sergeant that did talk about this as well and some of his unofficial leadership thoughts on the situation as well.
Couple thoughts and observations, team. One, why can't this happen on my watch? Why can't it happen in front of me? I mean, challenge accepted. So I don't even care what the backstory is. And most of the time, as I'm sure you know by now, I care about the why. But once you cross the line, once you start disrespecting somebody else, I don't care if you're prior service, I don't care if you're active duty, I don't care if you're a dadgum civilian. Once you start disrespecting somebody else, man, it changes everything, and it's too late. The shot has already been fired. I'm also disappointed in everybody else around. Disappointed in somebody videotaping it and not intervening. There's too many things to be upset about, but no. Team, you can do better. We can do better. Stay stoked.
He has a valid point. Just like my last video, it seems like we are in the era of filming things rather than the solution could be just standing as an intermediary barrier between these two gentlemen. That could have maybe helped as well. Or, you know, someone else in that crowd of people stepping in to say, you need to leave. Something of that degree, because, you know, as much as it's great to have film and things like that to show this kinds of things, I also worry about the true safety. Was this guy going to swing on him? Was there an actual fight going to occur? This DoD civilian is likely going to have some kind of administrative paperwork, at least at minimum. I don't think he would be fired because there is really no hands-on harassment type issues here. And I don't really know any other context, and we have not heard from this member across any social media platforms or across any different of the news sources. So if you are here where this command is at or where this post is at, please, if you have updates, let us know so we can maybe make a follow-up. If there's something I missed or did not see, I'd love to include that entire story. And obviously here on the channel, we do follow-up stories to kind of get the entire story if there is more to that. So as always, I'd love to know what you guys think about this. What do you think about the situation? Do you feel like this is just a complex that DoD civilians can sometimes have, where they carry their past ranks and sometimes that gets carried over into the blend between civilian and military working together? But as always, if you like what we do on this channel, you can always support over at patreon.com for some special perks and benefits. Also, on top of that, a YouTube membership join button. We're almost to 40 people. You're going to help join over there. We can get some more emojis and things like that to help you guys out for perks and benefits here on the channel as well. But as always, if you guys have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.